Hello and welcome to Long Bottom Leaf Cassie Pub. I am a awful caster who is trying his hand at casting, so every day I'll be casting at least one game and uploading it to YouTube just for practice. And yeah, it will generally be from either Reddit or perhaps just the live feed here. Uh, yeah, so let's just jump right in. Try to find a game that is pretty much started. Let's see if we can get into this one. If I'm allowed to. Yes, a subscription. Alright. 4 minutes. 15, 8. 8. We did watch a YAPZOR mind control game, so might as well just hop into another one. Oh, this is actually a little bit further into the game than I thought. I said only 8 minutes, but alright. So, let's just do a quick summary of what's going on. Invoker getting wrecked. Nice. Alright, so on the Radiant we have Invoker, Slardar, Juggernaut, Pudge, and a Lion. On the Dire we have Timbersaw, Kunkka, Sand King, PA, and Arc Warden. Arc Warden is an interesting character to say the least. I don't like him. Most people don't. I think he's an awful character and shouldn't exist. But hey, whatever. Alright, Juggernaut, 8 minutes in, is on his way to a Vlad's, I'm assuming, but he does have space boots, so that's alright. Very aggressive Dire ward here that I very like. Is that inside the box? Oh, it is too. So that actually blocks the creep cam. Invoker on his way to a Midas, should be another 3 minutes at most. Well, Arc Warden putting a lot of pressure on this tower here. Pudge going for that hook, I think, but he was taking damage from the ghosts, the spooky ghosts that Arc Warden just places all over the map at infinite range, basically, and do 1,000 million damage, and also purges and slows. This, yeah, disgusting hero. And Mancho getting the business, but Pudge tries to save him. Oh, Arc Warden getting stunned, Omni Slash, and then Blade Fury. That should be a dead Arc Warden. PA trying to throw out some daggers, trying to help his teammate, but to no avail. Oh, Lion getting gank stunned and burst down by the Timbersaw and Sand King. That should be a... Well, I was going to say it should be a tower, but tower is almost 1,000 HP, so but there will be a lot of damage out of the tower. Juggernaut getting a kill here on... Who was it?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sand King. I thought Juggernaut was on Dire for a second. I was very confused. But Sand King getting brought down by Pudge, Slaughter, and Juggernaut. Juggernaut being a little aggressive here, but the Lion just getting killed. And Pudge sitting in trees. Will they see him? Oh, they spot him. Oh, they don't get the block though. Pudge trying to run away, but that is a Batman.
Double kill!
Kunkka with no levels in Tidebringer. Alright. Juggernaut, apparently he was hitting creeps, I didn't even notice. Oh, narrowly misses the stun. Timbersaw coming with the burst damage. That should have been Blade Fury should have come out at least like 5 seconds earlier. It's pretty interesting. Sand King going for phase boots is interesting. Gives him a lot of mobility. He did go for the drums of endurance, so I guess he knew he just wasn't going to get Blade Dagger anytime soon, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Feels like the salty air.
Mind control, or sorry, YAPZOR trying to get his Midas, but this should be a kill on the Sand King. I'm not sure why. Oh, because PA was coming in, of course.
There is little it can do.
So I should be able to see that as a spectator. But PA almost losing her life for that. Kunkka just staying around. I don't think the Radiant knows that he's here, so he could potentially go for the Slardar if he had more HP, but I guess not. Timbersaw going very low, and that was a nice fish from the Pudge, but unfortunately off the mark. Timbersaw was a little bit smart, but Kunkka coming in with the old boat combo and gets the kill on the Pudge. Timbersaw pretty close to his is about halfway to his Bloodstone now. Arc Warden has his Midas and is going for a Shadow Amulet. I
Radiant's
would
top tower is
assume that
under attack.
is a
It
Shadow
shall
Blade.
encroach no more.
It's pretty interesting. It does get him away from
Radiant's
situations he doesn't
bark
want to
has
be in.
grown thick. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. It will fall like a ripe apple.
Pudge looks like he's going to be going for the
The Radiant
what's it
have
called?
renounced their
Medallion
middle
of
tower.
Courage. Excellent ward here from the Dire, spotting all the movements out from Radiant.
Radiant's top tower is
Also
under attack.
spotting out this ward. Surely they saw it. They are pinging it out, so Timbersaw moving in for the kill, being aggressive. He does get hexed up. Juggernaut was going to go on him, but decides against it. Oh, never mind. He's just going to turn around and Omni Slash. Eventually a blade brew is going to come out. Nice stun to the Lion. He does trade his life for it, but hopefully the Kunkka goes down. Oh no, Juggernaut's just going to give up on the kill. He knew Kunkka has X, but just goes for the TP anyway. So this should be a kill. Unless, unless Kunkka just walks up to the Juggernaut. That should have been a kill on the Juggernaut, but Kunkka, I think, not misreading how much HP he has and baiting the Timbersaw into a fight. The YAPZOR moves in with both Ember Spirits. Only has a Midas, so he doesn't output a lot of damage, but he does force the Timbersaw back away from the Juggernaut, who's just going to hit some more creeps. Juggernaut does have the Perseverance, so he can afford to do this, but YAPZOR in trouble. Lion coming with a nice hex. He does have a stun in 8 seconds. Oh, and he can just YAPZOR can just TP away, no problem. But that will leave Lion for the fodder.
Swept them away.
Lion is not having a very fun game. Brown boots and a ward, 13 minutes. So let's check out some stats here. XP a minute. Arc Warden, significantly amount ahead of the rest of the game. The rest of the people on the server. Timbersaw chop. What? Alright. I didn't even know that names popped up there. That's actually dope. Everybody has buyback. Not surprising early game.
Invisibility.
Just trying to do some work. He's picked up a medallion. Spots out the Sand King. Will he go for this kill? Oh, looks like Juggernaut's in trouble. Will Pudge pick a good hook here? Oh, he confirmed that Timbersaw probably got that kill with his member, but Juggernaut getting the X mark on him. Oh, nice hook from the Pudge to free the Juggernaut. Well, that just happened. Alright. Meanwhile, in every other lane, Lion, slowly getting a little bit of XP, getting a little bit of fire, what he needs. Juggernaut getting X-marked, and again, Pudge with the save, but I'm not sure if this will actually save the Juggernaut. PSPA moving forward for the Blake, the dagger, but cannot get into range in time.
Radiant's bottom tower is fading fast.
Meanwhile, on the top lane, Goku, chipping away at this tower and finally takes it during that entire engagement in bottom. Slardar finally has his Blink Dagger. No levels into his bash though, but he does have 4 into his stun and 4 into sprint, so he does have a lot of mobility. He does spot out a ghost, a spooky ghost, so he knows Arc Warden is within the vicinity. Down the bottom, Juggernaut trying to defend this tower and also get some firm, but the Dire side are just camped outside of the range of the tower, so that the Radiant just simply cannot move. They can't really do much. But Slardar has been spotted out by the tower, so that will force the Radiant to make rotation mid onto the easy pickings of Lion, who's just constantly just stuck out on his own. Oh. Sorry, my bad, I was fixing my shirt. Juggernaut going in on the Timbersaw. He does have Omni Slash, so this might be a kill, but wow, what a well-timed Timber Chain. Definitely wasn't completely intentional, but it does bait out the Juggernaut.
Mega kill! I'd hack you down again if I could.
not a lot of people know this, but Juggernaut's ulti is pretty easy to get away from. You can literally just force staff out of the ultimate, and apparently Timber Chain works the same way. So now we know. Now we've learned something, guys. But they will continue to put the pressure on the bottom lane. The tower's at 300 HP, shouldn't be too hard. Now the Dire Vision, they only have one ward, but it is a very aggressive ward here. It does spot out a lot of the movements, but meanwhile in the top lane, Slardar moving in on the Kunkka, gets the stun, gets the amplify damage in line, finally being useful. Gets out of stun. He does have a hex. It does not have his hex. Sorry, he used it, and that will cost his life. Slardar should be able to get away from this. He has a sprint, has his Blink Dagger. Meanwhile, Timbersaw finally completing the Bloodstone after that fight. Sand King looks like he's looks like he was gonna go for a scouting mission, but no, just gonna pick up part of his Aghanims. Pudge trying to deward, but hasn't found one yet. Trying to find some net worth. There we go. Wow, Sand King actually top of the net worth at the moment. That is kind of surprising. But he's been part of a lot of kills. 7 to 3 and 6. So he's been part of 13 of the 29 kills currently from the Dire side. And a blink onto Kunkka and a nice hook out of Pudge. Disrupt. Sunstrike. Will they be able to follow up? No. Energy booster.
Dire's middle tower is learning to fear. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright. Interesting PA build. I'll believe in her. I'll give her my energy. Now, the top of the net.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Sand King moving in, but that ward. See, but somehow the stun was still applied to the Sand King, even though he got the stun up. Timbersaw moving in on the lion, but a nice stun, or a nice hex, sorry, and TP's away, and while the rest of the Radiant just moves away, but Evoker blocking into the Arc Warden. This could possibly be a turnaround fight, because Evoker is pretty low here, and actually dies to the Arc Warden Ghosts, Spooky Ghosts. Excellent hero, great. The Radiant have a lot of vision out right now, but most of it, most of the vision is not most of the vision is not benefiting them very much. But it looks like a fight will be about to force here. Pudge taking a lot of damage. Does get this member off, but he is stunned by the Sand King. Lion also going down. Does get the finger off. Does get the hex off. So there is a lot of damage. The Force Spirits coming in, finishing off the PA. Oh, it missed stun on the Slardar. That could have been a kill here. I'm also kind of surprised the Sand King has not used his Epicenter. That would have been an excellent fight to do so. But he turns around, goes in for the stun of the Slardar, and that's an easy kill. Kunkka getting the torrent, getting the boat. Oh, but YAPZOR getting his Ghost Walk off quickly enough, but it is not going to save him. Timbersaw AoE too strong.
Radiant's middle tower
is gone for the Ether Lens. It's pretty interesting. It's definitely definitely not a carry build, that's for sure. So I guess they're expecting P to carry eventually, but Pudge getting this member off, but it is not enough. The Sand King just has the blink initiation on the point behind the rest of his team. Juggernaut finally finishing up his Battle Fury. He's on his way to Yasha. But I don't know what it is about Jugnauts these days, just always buying Battle Fury. It definitely is a good item and accelerates farm, but if the rest of your team just dies like this over and over, it does not really benefit you much. Getting creeps isn't going to win the game. Oh, nice Sunstrike. That would have been a kill. The Force Spirits doing work. Unfortunately, they do whatever it's called when they stop existing. Expire, there we go. Oh, they have to know this one is here now. They have to know. There's no way they don't know that ward is there. But the boat coming in, missing the mark. The torrent, though. Oh, nice epicenter onto one hero, but the Pudge hooking the Juggernaut away. And Timbersaw being super aggressive, actually missing this tree right here and going straight into the face and just feeding himself. But Lion, nice Hex, about to go for... I thought he was about to stun, but apparently he used it, and just throwing down some vision. He does get vision of PA and the Sand King, which will allow for this double stun out of the Sand King and the nuke. That is probably a dead King of Dirt. Oh, no, regen is too much. Regen is too much. Force Spear's trying to finish off the job, but Sand King will blink away. And now the question is, will they turn this around onto the Lion? He was there pretty much by himself, but the dire new Pudge had to have been standing behind him. But Juggernaut finishing up his Yasha, I'm not sure if that is enough. Not sure if that's enough to pull him back into the game. It does improve how quickly he farms with his Battle Fury, but again, it's just a Battle Fury. It's just hitting creeps, and I'm not sure if hitting creeps is going to win this game. Dire with almost all of their outer towers, only missing one from YAPZOR, taking advantage of the Dire being in the bottom lane for so long. And PA actually going for the Lotus Orb. I was wondering what the point booster was going to be building into, the point booster, sorry. And I forgot that it built the Lotus Orb, but there we go, Lotus Orb and PA, first item. Well, second item, because of the medallion. But it is a very interesting choice, this game. It's certainly much cheaper than Lincoln's, which is probably the reason why she went for it, but there's a lot of important abilities on the Radiant side that will be, that could be thrown out onto the PA. And a very well-timed Lotus Orb will certainly bounce back some significant spells, such as Amplify Damage, Dismember, any of the spells from Lion, literally every single spell. Yeah, and then a bunch of spells from Invoker. That is pretty significant. Invoker, speaking of Invoker, finishes Midas a while ago, finished Roots of Travel, and is now well on the way to an Aghanim's, about 800 gold off. Shouldn't be too long, and that will be a lot of spells. That would be a lot of spells to fight, and that could be enough to delay what is currently happening on the Dire side, which is ownage. Basically, just pure ownage. I'm certainly surprised that they have not gone for the Roche yet, but I guess they're waiting for a good pick onto the Invoker so they don't have the Force Spirits walking into the base with a Sunstrike, scouting it out, but stun onto the punch from the Sand King. And just being a little bit aggressive, he's probably just going back away, especially with the TP in, but Hook could come out, but that was an excellent blink. Hook was definitely on the mark. Timbersaw coming in around the back, throwing out the Chakra, and Hook coming in. Oh, wow. That's stun. That is, yep. That is a Blade Fury. That is a Battle Fury right there. That's what you get out of it. Timbersaw being a little bit too aggressive, but oh, the epic epicenter coming in on 3, stun on 2, and PA coming in with this Lotus Orb. Will they get any value out of it? But that Mule Scepter might not be enough to save the Invoker. Pudge getting a nice hook, a little bit too late though. The Lotus Orb also coming out a little bit too late. That could have been an interesting combination of events. But that is a team wipe for the Dire side, which is not surprising. Juggernaut has basically no impact on the game. Sure, he has a little bit of damage, but that doesn't really do much. Kuka has just been doing way too much work. Just absolutely way too much work. I was definitely a little bit skeptical of Aether Lens, but the excellent vision coming out of the Dire side and then the use of that vision has been impeccable. Absolutely impeccable. And Kuka's definitely been abusing his abilities and vision to the full extent that they can be abused at it. It's basically won the game for them. Just opting for the Blade Mail. That's definitely a very valid choice here. Oh, it's the Timbersaw Yules. Alright. I wasn't sure who had the Yule Scepter out onto the Invoker. Yeah, so Radiant have now lost one of their racks, and Juggernaut just out of no man's land here. stun out in 3 seconds, hoping that I don't have words. The Blade Fury TP out. That was the distracting cat. That was the play there. Just throw out the ward and distract them. Hopefully they'll go for the ward and not you. Excellent. And a very well placed ward here. This is actually, I don't think I've seen a ward placed quite in this position before. It is definitely outside outside of the range of the sentry, but I generally see wards, and I usually place them here because it gains more vision this way, but this is definitely, I think, kind of a better ward, to be honest. If you just clear these 2 trees right here, you'd be able to see all this area, like this huge area. Wow. I'll definitely be trying that in my pubs. It looks like he's going for the Shivas. Very good choice. It allows him to clear out the waves a lot faster and also deals with the right click, the potential right click damage from Juggernaut and Invoker. Invoker, who is currently finished his Aghanims. I wonder what item he'll go for next. I would hope for some... Oh, my bad, folks. Didn't even notice the Juggernaut. Juggernaut's just out of no man's land. It's a little bit hard to keep track of where he's going. But I believe in him. He'll carry for sure with his Blade Fury, Battle Fury, Builderino. The Lion just buy a bunch of ranges. Alright, looks like he's given up. Not surprised, he's had a very, very difficult game. But that's truly is the mark of a good Dota player, though. Just whether you have a bad game or not, being able to understand if it was truly you playing bad or if it was just simply a difficult game, you know? So this guy giving up is definitely a huge problem because I could bring this back. I mean, they certainly have the potential to win engagements and take towers. Invoker being an excellent destroyer of the towers as well as destroyer of teamfights, and the Slardar amplify damage is enough to stop that, especially since he has double initiation. Or sorry, the initiation and the next escape of Blink Dagger and Force Staff on top of Sprint. And of course, Lion just given up, but unfortunately, but with his finger and his double stun, like Dire really does have the potential to take back the game if the Radiant side takes unfavorable fights or goes deep like that time Timber saw miss the Timber Chain into the base, into the Radiant base. Now on the side of Radiant, they have some good wards. Unfortunately, it's not scouting out the Arc Warden at the moment since it's in this. But again, Juggernaut just getting killed. Apologies, it's hard to keep track of this guy. Meanwhile, Dire deciding to finally put the pressure on the mid lane. And a nice hook onto the Timbersaw. Unfortunately, it is a Timbersaw, and Pudge can't exactly finish him off by himself. Lion just feeding, you know, good stuff, good stuff. Another hook onto the Timbersaw. That could be a kill. Oh, excellent. Excellent timing on that stun. That was beautiful to watch. YAPZOR not very happy, and not surprised. It's too bad this game went very lopsided in the mid-game. But it was a pretty good game. Some interesting builds. Different stuff happened. Some PA Silver Crest Lotus Orb action. You know, some Timbersaw, Yule Scepter business, some Phase Boots, Drums, Sand King. It's pretty good. Pretty good game. Pretty interesting. It's certainly unfortunate that the Juggernaut and the Lion could not pull their weight. And I kind of feel like the Slardar could have had a little bit more impact as well, but it was definitely counterpicked. Yeah, this is the classic fountain dive with Touch missing his hooks. Classic. Get the kill though. Will they get the kill? And they will not. Timbersaw is just too strong. Timbersaw did finish off his heals though. Oh, Slardar. Will you die in base? Oh, that was I believe in your Juggernaut. Oh.
is under
Oh,
attack.
that was a fantastic end to the game. Slider almost dead. Juggernaut punch just hooks him into the face to kill the Slider, kill his ally. Beautiful game. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. I'm certainly no pro at casting, or at YouTubing for that matter. But if you like the cast, please leave a like or a subscription, even if you're that into it, if you're into that sort of thing. But either way, I would certainly appreciate any comments, any tips, anything, even if it's negative. Even if you tell me to go fuck myself, you know, whatever. At least it's somebody giving feedback, and I will appreciate it for what it is. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the game and the cast, and I'll be seeing you guys in the future. Have a good day.